Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Mona. I'm passionate about fragrances and this channel is dedicated to this topic. So if you're interested in fragrances, then please keep watching. So the topic of today's video is sexy, alluring amber fragrances done in a modern way. I've already done a video about amber fragrances, but more on timeless, classic leaning amber fragrances. So if you're interested in that kind of amber fragrances, you might be interested in watching that video that I'm going to link here somewhere. But if you want to know more about sexy, alluring fragrances, then you may want to keep on watching this. So let's dive into the topic of today's video and let's start with the first sexy amber fragrance, which is Majda Bekkali Tendre la nuit Obscur. This is an amazing amber fragrance. It's very alluring, it's very dark, seductive. There's something about it that just blows my mind because it is a very alluring one. This is an incredible amber fragrance with some incense. There's definitely some green note. There is so much going on. There's some powderiness in here. You have some carrot seeds as well. You have some woody and green notes. You have flowers. There's a note. There's a Helichrysum flower. I don't know what's the name in English, but there's this beautiful yellow flower that together with all these notes has something green, aromatic and slightly powdery. There's the incense, there's the amber, but with all these notes you wouldn't want to say, but with all these notes it comes across as very dark but in a powdery way, and amber and resinous way at the same time. This is very sexy in my opinion. At the same time it's very elegant, and it is an amazing scent. There's something slightly sweet also in the base, but most of all for me is this resinous, powdery, green, woody, incensey type of amber fragrance. It's dark, it's sexy, it's elegant, it's sophisticated, and it's very alluring. And just to mention that this is not the bottle that you probably have seen, because this is an old version of the bottle. I love, of course, the new bottle more, but I'm happy with this bottle. It's alright. I love it for the perfume inside, but maybe one day or another I will get the bottle that I have today, so because it's a very iconic bottle, so maybe I will upgrade to a new bottle, we'll see, but for now I'm happy with that. And this is a great amazing scent. So Tendre la nuit by Majda Bekkali. The next one is another amber with a lot of incense in it, and I'm talking about Encens Suave by Matiere Premiere. This is an amazing scent. You have a beautiful amber resinous benzoin fragrance. Then you have a lot of incense that makes it a very burning fragrance. There's some coffee in the base, but it's not so prominent. It just adds to me something slightly dark and dry at the same time. But for me this is mostly this beautiful resinous amber fragrance, very sweet also. The benzoin is quite sweet as a resin, and then you have a beautiful incense note. So this is not a straightforward incense fragrance, it's more like this resinous burning incensey fragrance. In fact, it makes me think of when you burn the benzoin. I don't know if you ever tried burning some resins. I have tried and I love the smell of it. And if you burn the benzoin in particular, or if you burn some mix of resins, this is the exact smell that I smell in the air. Because in fact, even though it's an incense, it's not your typical churchy incense at all. It's more like this resinous burning incense, which is in fact what it is. Incense is resinous burning, but usually you burn the olibanum that makes that specific smell that it's associated with church incense. In this case, you kind of should imagine of burning benzoin. If you never do it, you may try it to buy those resins that can be burned, and there's this specific plate where you can put it to burn them, and the smell is really beautiful. And yes, if you burn benzoin, definitely that's the smell that you're going to get with Encens Suave. So a beautiful, beautiful amber fragrance with a sexy modern touch to it, and with this beautiful dark aspect of the incense. So definitely want to try Encens Suave by Matiere Premiere. The next one is a very beautiful, intoxicating, sweet amber fragrance. I'm talking about Starlight by Xerjoff. Now, this is an amazing spicy cardamom scent. I don't remember all the notes. There's definitely some amber touches. There's the cardamom, and there's maybe some coffee in it as well. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. It's sweet, but still not gourmand in my opinion, but it's very sweet. The spice is there. There's also some cinnamon as well, so it's very sweet, gourmand leaning, but more in a spicy direction. And then there's this amber base that blends it all to perfection, and it makes me think of a Christmas time in a way, probably because of the cinnamon, the spiciness, the sweetness. It definitely makes me think of Christmas holiday season. And it's such a beautiful, amazing scent. It's very sexy, it's very delicious. Again, not a gourmand in my opinion. This is not a straightforward gourmand, but it goes in that direction. It's definitely delicious, it's definitely beautiful, and slight and very sweet and spicy and ambery, and it's very, 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 very sexy. Yes, this is definitely sexy. If you're a gourmand lover, you're going to love this one, even though it's not a straightforward gourmand. I feel like it's much more... I usually don't like gourmands because they tend to be, to me, not so sophisticated. Not that I always want to smell sophisticated, but I feel like gourmands are a little bit too... you smell too much like food, and that's not how I like to smell. But with this one, there is something very, really amazing about it. There is something very sophisticated, very elegant, although it is very gourmand leaning. So Starlight by Xerjoff, definitely a very sexy amber fragrance. Moving on to another one that will be perfect on Christmas time, I'm talking about Angel Share by Kilian. This is a classic now in perfumery. I feel like, I think that it has been so talked about, I shouldn't even be talking about it anymore, but I feel like it couldn't not be included in a video about sexy amber fragrances, because this is an amber fragrance and it's a very, very sexy one. This has a prominent woody note, dark woody note. I think it's ochre or something like that. There's definitely a prominent dark woody note in the base. You have some cognac, and then you have a beautiful cinnamon note in here as well. These are the most prominent notes to me. There's definitely some vanilla, some ambery notes, but what I get the most and what it is the most prominent is this very dark woody notes. I feel like it's reminiscent of that kind of vintage, furniture, the kind of vintage mansions with this woody furniture, and maybe someone is having a cognac or a licorice drink. And yeah, this is amazing. There's some cinnamon as well, so of course it makes me think also of Christmas time, and because there is the cinnamon together with the boozy notes and this kind of ambery woody touches to it that makes me think of spending Christmas in some Asian mansion. Not that I have ever done anything like that, but makes me think of this kind of scenario. And yeah, it's a very beautiful one. It's a very luxurious, sophisticated one. And there is an apple note, by the way. I also forgot to mention, but it's quite prominent together with the cinnamon. And because of this sweetness, and you can definitely tell that there's this kind of juicy sweetness on top of everything else. And because of this sweetness, it's perfect also for a party occasion. Also Starlight, by the way, has a sexy vibe that is perfect also for a party or something like that. And yeah, so I feel like this is perfect fragrance to wear in occasions where you both want to kind of relax with maybe, I don't know, with a cigar and some rum or cognac, or if you really want something that's gonna make you stand out and feel very, very sexy, especially in party occasions. So Angel Share by Kilian, an amazing, sexy party vibe, Christmas vibe also, amber scent. And now last but not least, we have Material from Amouage. This is another amazing amber scent. Here you have a lot of notes, a lot of things going on. Amouage is such an amazing brand. I should make a video about the Amouage fragrances that I own, because I think I own 5 bottles from Amouage and I have so many samples, so I could actually also make a kind of sample video using my samples and the bottles that I have, so I could make a review of almost all the brands, at least almost all the women targeted fragrances. So I will think about it. Let me know if you may be interested in something like that. But I love the brand so much, and each and every fragrance is so complex. It's so beautifully done, beautifully blended together. There are so many things going on, and this is no exception. This is an amazing fragrance. There are so many things going on in here, but mostly I can tell that there is an amber aspect, there's vanilla, and there's a frankincense, which is typical of Amouage fragrances. This is an amazing type of scent. There's something about it extremely sexy. There's some darkness about it, there's a slight sweetness, there's this beautiful amber, there's this resinous element, and there's this beautiful frankincense note that gives it this kind of dark element to the fragrance. I don't remember all the other notes. There's definitely a woody aspect. I feel like there may be some sandalwood or some gaiac wood as well, because there's this sharp aspect in this fragrance that probably comes out of the woody notes. Maybe there's some rose as well that may add to the sharpness, but definitely there's this beautiful vanilla amber base together with a beautiful frankincense. This is amazing, dark but not too dark, very sexy, very alluring, and sophisticated at the same time, as just Amouage could do, to mix this dark and sexy element with the sophistication of the brand. This is a beautiful one. This is by Cécile Zarokian, by the way, which is a great perfumer that I love, and in particular Material. I recently found out with a video of Sebastian, the perfume guy, that there are many fragrances by Cécile Zarokian that I actually quite like, and I didn't know that were from her, but apparently I like her as a perfumer very much. From Amouage I also love Outlands, which is one that I don't own, but I do really enjoy that one so much. So yeah, this is a beautiful one and a great sexy amber, and it is Material by Amouage. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in the next one. If you like amber fragrances, then don't forget to check out my classic timeless amber fragrance video. Let me know in the comments which fragrances you think are very sexy as an amber fragrance. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Have an amazing day, evening or night. Bye!